Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm sure you've all had a lovely day. And I've had a lovely day. I've had quite a busy day today, but hey, it's all well and good. It's been a good day. It's been very productive. It's been raining all day, thunderstorm actually, after the heat wave. Now we have thunderstorm. So the weather is much cooler and we're actually enjoying it. Welcome again to another edition of Women That Inspire, a program where we talk to women who are doing wonders, who are doing well, who are going places with their generation. Now, this evening, I have another amazing woman on board, and she's no stranger to your screens. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about her. And to me personally, she's not a stranger to me. I love her to bits. I love her vibe. I love her energy. I love where she's going. Man, and this evening you don't want to miss this conversation. I don't call it an interview because we're not interviewing her. It's just going to be a conversation. And so, without much ado, I present to you Vanessa Gyan. Thank
Hello.
you so much, Vanessa, for being my guest this evening.
Oh, thank you, Sandra, for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for honoring that. Right. So now I'm sure a number of people know you. I mean, you're not a stranger to a lot of people's screens, but hey, you are a stranger to some of us. So I'm just going to ask you briefly, who is Vanessa Jan?
Who is Vanessa Chan? A mom, as you said. I am a creative. I am family oriented. Um, I am someone who loves life. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. Um, I'm simply me. I'm simply
Wow, I love
me.
that. I love that bit. You're simply
Yeah.
you. Even though people see you as a mom, as a friend, as a sister, a daughter, an entrepreneur, but you are you. That is amazing because you know who you are. Hey, Emma. So nice to have you on.
Hi,
Right.
Emma.
Yeah. Emma, I thought you were going to join me in the studio to be a co-host, but she keeps leaving me on my own these days. I don't know why she does that. Anyway, we're going to delve right into our conversation. Could you tell us a little bit about your growing up? Because I know that you are a daughter to a very, very famous man. So could you tell us a little bit about your background, your growing up, and a
Okay,
little bit about your dad as well?
okay. So I grew up in. Okay, so I was born in Washington D.C., but we didn't stay for long. We moved to the UK. So I was actually raised in London from when I was like a year old till I was 9,
Oh,
and then
wow.
yes, and then we moved to New York. I was temporarily here for like a year, so I went to Soul Clinic for a year when I was
Did
17.
you?
Yeah, I'm a Soul
Let
Clinic.
me let me pause you on that. Do you know I went to Soul Clinic as well?
Oh wow,
Yes.
wow. Yeah. So, but I was only there for a year. But
Right.
we need to actually go back there and do some things. But anyway, so I was there for a year, and then we moved to New York. And prior to moving to Ghana in 2013, I was living in New York with my mom and my siblings and my stepdad. I think some people know that my dad was is he's passed on, but he is my dad still. Kiki Jan
Absolutely.
of Isa. He played the keyboard, and he did not raise me, but he is my father. I think a lot of
Absolutely.
people know his story. Well, there's many stories told, but primarily I was raised by my mom
All
in New
right.
York, most of my life in New York City.
Right. So is your mom still in New York or
Yes,
you
my
with your
mom is still in
siblings?
New York with my sisters and my stepdad. But my
Right.
mom is Ghanaian. She is an Nzima woman with 7 siblings. She was raised here, but lived a lot of her life also in the UK prior to us moving to New York.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, could be that when I was in Soul Clinic, you were not there because that was way back in the 1980s.
Yeah,
I'm
I was there in 1990.
Oh, 99. Oh, no, 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 no. I had left a long time. I remember asking someone if they knew about a teacher, and then they were asking me, oh, what year was that? And I said, oh, 1983. And they were like, oh, no, sorry, well, I don't think I was even born then. But no, no, I left Soul Clinic in 1988.
Okay,
So that was
okay,
like, yeah. Was it 88? Am I right? 88, 87, 88? Well, some
okay,
one of
around
those
there.
years. Yeah, around that time. Anyway, so what made you leave New York to settle in Ghana?
What made me leave New York? So many people are always surprised because after Soul Clinic, I think I came back 2 years later for my grandma's funeral, and I hadn't been back to Ghana since like 92, 93. And in 2012, I came for Christmas. Everyone was talking about how amazing Christmas is here, and I was like, okay, let me see what everyone is really talking about, the hype.
Yeah.
And at that time, I already had a degree in television, radio communications, and PR. I was working freelancing in New York in the media space. But when I came that holiday, I was introduced to a few people in the industry. One of my uncles owns one of the TV stations. And, I got the opportunity because of him to start my media career here in Ghana. He was like, if you're thinking about moving back, at that time I wasn't. He was like, I will, give you a space to work at, you know, the network, but you're gonna have to work. It's not that because, we're related or family related, family
Yeah.
friends, you're coming and, you're gonna have to put in the work. And I thought, you know what, why not? It would be a change for me, something different, a whole
Yeah.
different environment for me. But I felt like I had so much knowledge, and I've worked in the industry for so long in New York that I thought that, bringing that back here would be amazing. And this was before the time of year of return. I was
Yeah.
like, this would be a good time for me to make that bold step.
Right. Oh, wow. It's amazing because you don't get a lot of women transitioning just like that, moving from New York just to go settle in Ghana and find their
Yeah,
own space, find their own feet, and get things going for them, especially when you have your family all the way in New York. So it's like you're just like starting life all over again. Wow, that was
literally.
a brave move.
My childhood friends, my best friend, like everyone is in New York.
I
Like a couple
know.
of moved, but all in all, they're Aaron, thank you. All in all, yeah, it was literally like starting all over again. It was when I think back, I'm like, girl.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking
Mhm.
about it, and I really can't see myself, honestly, I can't see myself doing that, like packing all the way to Ghana. In as much as I would love to do that, I really
Yeah,
don't think I have the strength and the courage to leave
right.
everything I'm so familiar with behind and just go start life all over again. Wow. I applaud you
Yeah.
for that. That is amazing, Vanessa. That is so
Thank
good.
you.
Wow.
Thank you. Days is not easy though. Even this year, this month is my ninth year since I relocated, and I still have many days where I'm like, oh
What am I
my
doing here?
god, yeah, like it's a lot. It's still. I don't think you
Mm,
ever get 100% used
used
to
to.
it,
Mm,
especially when you've lived outside like your entire life.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. Well done, girl. Well
Thank you.
done. Right. So we know you're a mother, you're
Yes.
an entrepreneur as well.
Yes.
How old is your son?
My son just turned 5 in July.
All right. Oh, okay. Right.
Yes.
Are you still together with your son's father?
No, but we do
No.
co-parents. Yeah, we do
Right.
co-parent.
All right. So you're a very busy woman. You do so many things. How do you manage being a mom to a 5-year-old and then being able to manage all these busy lifestyles, your programs, your businesses with your personal life? How do you balance that?
I've been, I should say blessed, but everything aligns with also me being a mom. From my NGO that deals with maternal health awareness to my boutique that, is focused on motherhood and kittyhood. And the fact that my schedule is so flexible. And I remember one of the things I've always said, or even before having a child, was that I would always want my schedule to be flexible, where one is not losing, I'm not losing one or the other.
Yeah,
And I've been able to create that for me. Um,
amazing.
yeah, so, I'm able to drop off my son at school, go about my day, schedule it so that I can pick him up from school. But then I still have my weekends where I can go out and still enjoy being me, because you also need your me time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, so I've just been able to structure this natural balance. And I think that is how, yeah, I've been able to just balance it all.
Wow, that is good. I said to someone the other day, she was asking me a similar question, and I said, balance is just doing the right thing at the right time. So
Right.
knowing when to drop your son off, knowing when to go about your
Yes.
business, knowing when to pick him up, knowing when to
Yes.
go out and have your me time. Because trust me, me time is very important. And for me personally, I love my me time. You know that, girl. I love
Me
my me
too.
time. Oh yeah. I love my
Yes.
me time. So it's really good that you're able to do all that. Now, when it comes to you in the media space, are you still working the media or you've left?
No, so I took a break after, I think it was a year after I had my son. I took a break. I was still once in a while, someone will call you to be on their show, but I wasn't doing it full time. It wasn't until last year that I kind of got back in the space, and that's from me on a producer level. Because I also said, if I'm taking this long break of 3-4 years from the industry, I'm only going to go back if it's on my own terms, because I
Right.
had experienced so much and in the industry that I just felt it was not it wasn't healthy. It was not healthy. So I felt like if I'm coming back, I'm coming back on my own terms. And I got the opportunity to create Modern Day Moms of Accra, which is the first of its kind reality show that's been created in Africa, where the whole cast, the main cast, are moms, and is literally following the daily lives of moms, reality TV, non-scripted. And when I got the green light to make that happen, from the guys that they throw Afrochella, I was like, okay, let me get this going, because I've had this idea since the pandemic. I want to show about moms. Like, why can't we show the modern day mom and how fly she is and her balancing this whole life? It's a different time for us. And so when that got the green light, I was like, okay, this is me coming back into the industry and doing it on my own terms and under my own production house. And, so I'm back in the industry, but on my own terms.
Wow, that is amazing. That is so beautiful. Working on your
Thank
own terms. I mean, there's absolutely nothing compares to that. Trust me. When you're able to work on your own terms with your own flexibility, demanding what you think is due you. Right. So, how did
Yes.
Modern Day Mom start?
So funny enough, so I was launching the brand just March, when the pandemic was hitting Ghana. So
Mm,
for me, it was more about, moms showcasing their lives, interviewing moms, getting tips from them, and us being like our own little network. And when I launched it, it was right, like I said, the peak of when the pandemic was happening.
mm,
And now our kids were home, right? So now mom started asking me, like, what are you going to do with Aaron during this time? Because I used to post him a lot. And
yeah.
I was like, back to square one, because he had literally just started school. He was 2.5. So I was like, go back to square one where I was teaching him at home, and letting him learn from the house. And, I'm going to still keep him on schedule. So it just became a network of conversations between moms. So I started interviewing moms like all around the world via Zoom. We would have happy hour on Fridays, sipping wine and just chatting about our experiences as moms. And that kicked off from there. And that's when that kicked off, I was like, you know what? That's when the reality show came about. But it was peak pandemic. So I was like, we can't shoot any moms during a pandemic. We're not risking anyone's lives. So we waited that out. But Modern Day Mom itself, that brand started because I loved showcasing being a mom and, what my daily life as a mom and how I still have a life outside of motherhood and how other women should feel that and want that and really want more for themselves than just being a mom. So that's how Modern Day Mom came about.
Amazing. Was it difficult trying to get mothers to actually lay their lives bare? Because it's a reality show and it's unscripted. So it means that what you see is what you get. I mean, you have to be authentic, you have to be real. This is me. This is how crazy my
Right.
life is. Because if you were to have me on your show, you would know that this girl's life is crazy. Because
Yeah.
from daybreak till go back to sleep, there
Yeah.
ain't no rest. So if
None.
this is me,
Right.
was it difficult getting moms to actually like lay their lives down bare for you to shoot them? I mean, going about their day-to-day lives, managing their businesses, yet being a mom and knowing where to strike the balance.
Funny enough, these women and the cast, the first season's cast, every mom was my first choice. So when we reached out to each of them and we gave them the idea, they were so open to it. There was no restrictions.
Mm.
The only restrictions was some of them, their sons are like 14, 15, and their sons were like, I'm not ready to be on TV. And that's very fine. At the end of the day, it's reality, but it's your reality. So it's
Yeah.
whatever you want to showcase. But none of them were afraid to showcase their lives, to talk about their lives, their experiences, and for the cameras to be there. And that for me was amazing. And what's more amazing is that even before we aired the show and people saw snippets, people were writing in that they want to be on season two. Like
Oh
moms have been
wow.
writing, yeah, even husbands have been writing in that they want their partners, boyfriends, baby daddies are writing in. Yeah, that they find it to be so intriguing because it's never been done before. Like this is such a fresh franchise. There's
Yeah.
franchises like Housewives that they bring in from outside, but this is fresh, like fresh Ghanaian content that people haven't seen before. So people
Yeah.
have been to even be on the show, which is like, I'm like, wow, like amazing. Like it makes me excited because I took a chance. I
Yeah.
really
And it
risked.
paid off. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
but new moms have been very open. Season two, they're gonna be even more open. Season one was more like them getting to know each other,
Hmm.
and there's a bit of dramas. But season two, we're like really gonna take it to the next level because people say they want more drama, and I'm like, okay, well, these women are already dramatic, so it's naturally gonna happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, season two is going to be like next level of like reality TV.
Wow. This is amazing. Because usually when I talk to um let me use Ghanaian women actually. When I talk to a lot of Ghanaians, they're not very that open. They're a bit very closed up. They don't really want you to know what they're going through. Don't want you. They're very funny when it comes to actually showing their emotions or their Let me
Yes,
use the word vulnerability. So
yes,
it's really intriguing that you were able to actually get them to open up. And because this is like, I mean, come on, ain't nothing like a reality show, because it's you. This is
exactly,
this is your life. So I mean,
exactly. And
you've done
no, but
really
you're right.
well
They
being able.
are very reserved. They're
Yeah.
Ghanaian women, but I feel like they wanna get out of that. They want a reason to just be free, you know? And I think
Yeah.
these women too are very much so modern day moms. They're, you know, late 30s, early 40s, you know, and you know, they are living their lives, you know, outside of motherhood. And you know, I
Yeah.
hope that the show will allow other moms to have that confidence, you know, because I feel like motherhood, you can lose yourself so easily. And that's something I
Absolutely, you
want
can. Yeah.
to encourage women so much, to not lose yourself. Like, this is when you should even be like more out there. Like, you have your kid, you know, you should feel more confident with
Mm-hmm.
even who you
Mm-hmm.
are, you know, as a
Yeah.
woman, you know, when you're a mom. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, you don't get a lot of mothers actually living their lives outside motherhood. Their lives, their identity is so much engrossed in being a mom that
Yes.
they lose themselves. They don't actually even enjoy the things they used to do prior to becoming moms
Yes.
anymore. And then their lives
Yes.
evolve. Their lives is all about my children, my kids, my this, my that, you know. So
Yes.
it's difficult to kind of like get them to open up. But once you've been able to get them to actually talk about, I mean, who they are and their lives, their identity
Yes.
outside being called a mom. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, when you become a mom, I think it's in Ghana as well, but here a lot
Yeah.
of people call me by my children's name. So if
Yes.
it's a friend of my first daughter's, then I become Nathaniel's mom. If it's
Yes.
Janelle's friend, then it becomes Janelle's mom or
Yes.
Zizi's mom. So, and I tell people my name is Sandra, just call me Sandra.
Yes.
So now the kids are calling me Sandra, but then a lot of people were like calling you by your child's name. So you tend to
Yes.
like live your life, but like in the shadows of your children. And so
Right.
getting mothers to actually be open to do this modern day mom is, I mean, a plus to you. And I really applaud you for doing it. It is beautiful. So
Thank
is this
you.
sort of, are we going to
Thank
get
you.
dramas in like the reality shows we get like Real Housewives? I think there's even new one, Real Housewives of Lagos. And I saw one of Johannesburg,
Yes.
one of South Africa. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, the drama never stops. Are we going to get something
The
like
drama
that?
never stops.
Never stops.
So I think season 2 is when you're gonna see more drama. I was really tipping on my toes for season 1. I knew people would want the drama, but I didn't want it to start just like that with just the
Yeah.
drama. There is drama though, with disagreements. But season 2, we're casting a couple of more moms, and with we have to be very intentional about who we cast, because obviously we need to make sure there's a natural storyline. So we will
Absolutely.
be casting, I think, 2 more moms to be a part of the show.
Wow. That is awesome. I can't wait for season two, honestly. I can't wait for
Thank
season two.
you.
Yeah, you've done well. Now let's talk about the other projects you're into. You're not just into this modern day mom, you're into other projects as well. You have
Yes.
your NGO and you have your businesses you run as well. Could you tell us a bit more about your NGO
Yes.
and then your other businesses, please?
So my NGO under the Sincerely V Foundation, our main initiative is the Post Pregnancy Bougie Express, and it's a maternal health awareness program that I started just 3 months after I gave birth to my son. I noticed so many gaps in the system, and I was going to a private clinic here before traveling out to have my son. And I thought, I have to bring something back. Like, I need to do something. I don't know what it is, but let me start going into a few of my mommy groups and asking more questions, especially to moms that had given birth in Ghana and had grew up here. And the feedback I was getting was just wild to me. And I was like, I need these moms to feel good about themselves when they're leaving the hospital. I need them to, be educated when they're leaving the hospital. So while I was like 7, 8 months pregnant in New York, I started planning our first event at Ridge Hospital. And it was a panel set up of amazing moms speaking to postpartum moms who had just given birth. And we gifted them with like makeup and sanitary pads. And, it was I didn't know what it was going to be. So the first edition happened. It was more than I expected, and that's when there was a mom there that was detained because she couldn't afford to be discharged. And we put our monies together, we discharged her, and then that's when I added that to the project, where we would be discharging moms from various hospitals. So what started off as one event turned into two, then it turned into a bi-yearly event, Mother's Day and Christmas. It turned into year-round, where we discharge patients when we get like information about patients that are discharged. And then it turned into a mass baby shower, which we have for Mother's Day, where we
Oh, that's
celebrate
beautiful.
200, yeah, from low-income families, because these are women that they would never get to have a baby shower. They're even like, what? Some of them don't even know what a baby shower is.
Hmm.
And to see the joy when they attend and they realize what it is just incredible. So that is, yeah, the post pregnancy bougie express. So twice a year we educate these moms and we gift them. We're now recreating our care packages, which we will be donating to various hospitals. So yeah, this will be our 5th year. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, dinner
That's
time
all
for my
right.
son.
It's
so
okay. It's
so
part of the
that's
journey.
yeah, so that's the post pregnancy bougie express, and yeah, this December will be our 5th year that we're having it. We just had the mass baby shower Mother's Day weekend at the Abojo area. So that's that. And then my businesses, I've also been bringing in baby products for the past 3.5, 4 years, selling them in my mommy groups, as like a little side gig.
Yeah.
And 2 months ago, we finally opened a shop, but I expanded the shop. So not only do we stock kids' products from when 0 months old or 0 days old till they're like 10 years old, but we also stock prenatal and postnatal products for mom to make
Wow.
pregnancy easier for them and to make recovery easier for them. And of course, fabulous clothes for moms to feel good while they're pregnant, or even if you're not pregnant.
Yeah.
We stock amazing made in Ghana mummy cards that they uplift moms and they're made in Ghana. And we are also with Modern Day Toddler Boutique. We are now creating made in Ghana furniture that they're going to be custom made. Yeah, so when people want to order, they want their kids' nursery to be done, we are available for all of that.
Wow. That is amazing, Vanessa. That
Thank
is
you.
awesome. I love this post pregnancy thing you're doing because I really have a heart
Thank
for that as
you.
well. I've I think it was like 6 or 7 years ago. I watched a documentary that someone sent me from Ghana, and it was on maternal death, and it shook me to my bones because I've heard about it, but I hadn't actually seen it being documented. And I'm thinking,
Right,
Lord have mercy. So if
right.
you are doing something like that, I mean, it is awesome. It is amazing. And I was really encourage you to do more because even if people in the capital are facing this, can you imagine what others are
Yeah,
feeling in rural areas and in the
yes,
villages? I mean, I
yes.
think it's high time that we probably like raise the bar to another level to let people actually know that your organization is there if they need assistance, if they need help, if they need somebody to talk to I mean, sometimes all you need is just a friend because trust me,
Literally,
it
literally.
can be very lonely out there, especially when you are a lone parent and it's just you and your child.
Yes,
You need somebody to talk to.
yes.
So I'm glad that you're doing this and with the boutique. I mean,
Thank you.
I remember when I was pregnant with my last baby, I said to my husband and to my friends and family, I said to them, this is going to be my last child. So I'm really going to look good. My first trimester is always awful for me because I get really ill. But after my first
Right.
trimester, yes, I really made sure that I got into the groove. And because she was a summer baby, ah, I made sure that
Mhm.
I was looking good. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
you're good. Yes, I wasn't wearing those boring maternity stuff at all. No.
No.
No, no, no. You should see me in my shorts in the summer with my baby bump. I was looking really
Yes. I love that.
yes. Oh, yeah. I really looked good when I was pregnant with my third girl because I said that's going to be my last one. I wasn't going to go anymore. So I'm glad that you have this. I know there's not a lot of shops that actually do stuff for pregnant women, and all you see is like those A-line boring dresses. So I'm
Right.
glad
And
that you,
I want the boutique to be an experience, for
yeah.
moms and even kids. So even down to like we're having like yoga sessions. I did a poll. A lot of moms want twerk sessions. They want to learn how to twerk and in a
Really?
private. Yes. So we start twerk sessions in October because the dance instructor will be back. But what I love about it is that it's such an intimate setting. It's not a whole bunch of people. Like you always feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and the space is also available for other things. We're going to be having arts and crafts sessions for children, read along sessions. I want it to be a whole experience when you
Yeah.
enter the store. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. Honestly, it is awesome. Well done to you, girl. I'm really,
Thank
really glad
you.
that you're doing this. I mean, you
Thank
don't get a
you.
lot of moms that actually want to do something that is regarding moms. Most moms
Yes.
are maybe in the corporate world trying to climb up the corporate ladder. You hardly
Yes.
see mothers doing things that concerns moms and babies and kids and all that. So you're doing a really good job, and I'm glad you're doing it.
Oh,
I
thank
applaud
you.
you, girl. And the good thing is, you know when to pause, you know when to say I'm taking a break, you know when to say
Yeah.
this is me. I need to put my feet up. I'm not doing this. I'm like you took a break from the corporate world just so that you want to
Yes.
come back into it, but on your own terms, design
Right.
what you want. So I call
Right.
something life by design, and that is exactly what you've
Mhm.
done. You like, this is what I
Yes.
want to do. I'm designing it, and I'm going to walk through that for
Yeah.
myself. So now, if
Yeah.
there's a mom out there who thinks I can't do it, I just still need to work 9 to 5, be on the corporate ladder trying to climb up from A to Z. What would be
Mhm.
your advice to them? How would you encourage somebody who has maybe a lot of creativity but don't even know where to start from?
I do feel like you can start it as a side gig. I wouldn't recommend just leaving your 9 to 5 unless you have like a supportive partner who's willing to like take on what you were taking on financially, or family that's willing to support you, or you have your own savings. That's enough. But you can start it as a side gig and let it build from there and use your network to build. I think a lot of people
Absolutely.
forget about their network, or they're shy to ask their network for help, or you can't be shy. If you know what you have is good, you should be
Yeah,
able to put it out there confidently. But yeah, your network is your net worth, as they like to say. But you definitely should start it off as a side gig and then
absolutely.
grow from there. Yeah, and then while you're growing, make plans of how you will now exit the corporate world to focus on entrepreneurship or mompreneurship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I think
yeah,
mompreneur has now become a household name. If your mom
yes,
is entrepreneur, she don't say I'm an entrepreneur anymore. She says I'm a
yes,
mompreneur. I'm like, yeah, okay. Oh, that is so
yes,
good. I mean, that is a very good advice. And I say to a lot of mothers that in this time and age, having a side gig is not a luxury. It is actually a necessity, especially when your
yeah,
family is growing, when you have kids that are going to depend on you. You
right,
need to have an extra source of income
right,
apart from what you're making 9 to 5. And so that is a very good
yeah,
advice you're giving out there. I mean, I think
yeah,
now all my focus is probably on the modern day mom because the name is even very catchy, modern day mom. It's
Right.
you're not boring. You don't have to be a boring mom. You don't have to
Nope.
be restricted by being a mom, by being a partner or a wife or a girlfriend. It's you doing what
Yes.
you love, you expressing your feelings and being able to
Yes.
be vulnerable. So now when it comes to vulnerability, are these mothers able to be very vulnerable with you on the show, or they still
Yeah.
quite close up?
No, they're very vulnerable. It's so funny that we got a cast that is just so willing to just be.
Yeah.
They're not afraid of their stories. They're not afraid of their journeys. They're not afraid of their growth. And that to me was like incredible because each of them is so dynamic. We have two of the moms are wives. One is dating me. Chris, I think season 2, you'll see that one of the moms, her relationship has ended. So she's getting back into the world of dating.
Dating again, yeah.
Um, yeah, and I think Chi Chi is also dating. But yeah, so we have a mixed, I know some people were like, oh, is it about baby mamas? And I'm like, no. And yes, like their whole thing was like, oh, these women are all single, and the cast is so dynamic,
Yeah.
yeah, some they're having even long distance marriages because there's a mom that lives here and her husband lives in Spain, and
Ooh,
she goes back and forth because she has her businesses here. Before she met him,
yeah.
like one mom was here also. Her husband was in the UK for like 8 years, and now she's picked up her life with their kids and has moved to the UK to be with her husband. Everyone's story is so dynamic and so different, but everyone was vulnerable and very open to telling their story. And I season 2, they want to even open up more. And that's when it's gonna get really interesting. Really interesting. Yeah.
I think that you've also been very open with them, so they're not actually like shy, and they
Right.
don't want to actually like close up, because you've been vulnerable, you've been open and
Yeah.
sincere with them, so there's no point in them closing up on you with their life,
Yeah.
right
I think
now.
sorry, real quick.
It's good news.
I think they also trusted what I was creating.
Yeah.
They trusted what I was creating and what we were going to put out to the world. And that I'm also thankful for. They knew that it wasn't going to be anything that's sloppy. Of course, they knew that in editing, we can do anything.
Yeah,
But they
absolutely.
trusted, yeah, but they trusted that I'm at the end of the day, I really wanted this for them. So even when it came to their businesses, I'm like, listen, when you're shooting the show, make sure you're dropping the names of your business. If you're wearing earrings from, like, if you have a jewelry line, like one of the girls, I'm like, wear your jewelry. I was wearing her jewelry throughout the season because, it's all about also promoting each other and elevating
Yeah,
each other and
yeah,
seeing what other gifts you can get out of this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you're doing well, girl. I'm really proud of you. Honestly, I am. I am very
Thank you.
proud of you. Right. Are
Thank
you
you.
single? Are you very, very,
Dating.
very, very single, or you're partially single, or not at all?
No. Um, I'm dating. Dating.
Right. Okay.
But dating one person.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
understandable. Okay. So
Mm.
you're not searching anymore. You've got the one that you are with at the
We
moment.
hope we don't have to keep searching, but for now, for now, yeah, yeah. For
Ah, I like
now,
that.
for now, it's okay. We will see.
It's not complicated. It's just taking it one day at a time.
One day at a time. Yes.
Okay. Right. So where does he fit in all this busy lifestyle of yours?
Funny, he's also very busy. um, but I think because we both have these hectic schedules,
Yeah.
we know how to incorporate what we think is important because his schedule is wild busy. Sometimes I'm like, can you take a break? Like, yes, I get it, but still, you're not like the president.
Yeah.
So, I guess we also know what we're aiming for when it comes to our careers and what we also are aiming for family wise. So we're able to just, I guess, figure it out. I
Yeah.
think it's still at that yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
as it continues to grow, you really start to like, okay, this really has to be like this. Like weekends, you have to really, yeah, and all those things. Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yes,
cool.
baby.
That is cool. So is he like um your is he cheering you on with all the projects you're doing, or is he
Oh, 100%.
amazing?
100%. Like, even, pushing for the show, like, get back on TV,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he's definitely been a motivator. Yes.
Oh, amazing. I love that. That is really cool. Ooh. So, when it comes to modern day moms, and in season two, we're going to see a little bit more of drama. Do you think that it's going to go beyond season two?
I don't only see season two, season three, because Modern Day Moms of Accra is like one franchise. I see Modern Day Moms of Lagos. I see Modern Day Moms of New York. I see Modern Day Moms. I see the franchise to just be so massive, like, yeah, bigger than I'm even anticipating. So Accra was just the start. Even within Ghana, Modern Day Moms of Kumasi, like, I really
Yes.
just see it being, yeah, so like how we have Real Housewives and they're just
Yeah.
taking over. I see Modern Day Mom being of that level and like just having franchises all over the world.
Wow. That is amazing. I can't wait to have
Thing.
modern day moms of UK. Yeah, we need to talk
Yes,
about
yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Yes, we definitely need to talk about that and take it further. I'm so glad that you're really looking at expanding that. It's not just you're not just limited to Accra and just not limited to maybe just a
No,
number of seasons and then it phases out. But actually, you've got like a
no, 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 no.
long-term dream, and this is quite a massive thing. Is good to always dream big. I keep telling my girls, you need to dream big.
Yes,
You don't need to restrict
yes,
yourself to just a limited thing. You need to actually dream outside of the scope, and that is exactly what you've done now. I mean, not being just restricted to modern day moms of Accra, but even thinking of taking it to the
yes.
other regions in Ghana as well. I can't wait to see modern day moms of Kumasi. I just can't wait to see the drama that will come out of that. I'm sorry if you're from Kumasi and
That
you're watching me.
exciting.
I mean no harm, but I know
Exciting.
you guys can actually create a lot of drama. So, and that would be interesting to see the kind of drama that will come from
Yes,
my Ashanti in-laws. So
yes. Yes. And funny enough, when I was pre-launching the show, this was in January, a young lady came with her mom, and the mom was like, "What about modern day grandmas of Accra?" And I'm like, "Ah!" And she was like, "I can get my friends to come on." And I was like, "One day, you never know. Maybe like a
yes.
special edition, like a one-off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Oh
never
my
know."
goodness. I can't wait to see that because these modern day grammars, oh,
They're a different level. They're such on a different level.
oh, this is so amazing, and I'm really, really proud of you and where you're going and what you're doing,
Thank you.
in with this modern day mom thing, and then with your
Thank
NGO.
you.
I mean, listen,
Thank
pregnancy
you.
in Ghana is something else, and you're doing an amazing job with what you're doing now. So do
Thank you.
you with your NGOs, are you just restricted to Accra, or do you cover the whole of Ghana?
So we've been in Accra since the first edition, only because, first of all, trying to get my foot on the ground with the NGO. and also the support. If it's this difficult to get the support in Accra, traveling
Yeah.
out the logistics, I don't even know how it would be possible. As much as we do get support, it's still not enough.
Hmm.
I do still put in a lot myself financially, and it's a bit
It's
much.
training. Yeah.
But yeah, but going out of Accra is definitely on the list. I think once we grow to a certain level and we really get the bigger support, then we can definitely make that happen. Yeah.
Right. So do you get help from other companies, maybe companies in Ghana that supply maybe sanitary stuff or baby products or things like that? Do you get support from
So
them?
yeah, luckily we've been blessed. Gandor Cosmetics, they come on board every single year with products for baby and for mommy. I don't want to blank anyone and not remember.
Yeah.
Malcolm comes on board occasionally to help us discharge patients.
Right.
Skin Gourmet, they come on board with travel size containers of their shea butter. So there are a few companies, but it's so funny because when you reach out, I don't know. It's like they don't understand the concept. It's like some taboo type of, and sometimes I get confused. No NGO is better than the other, but I look at the
Yeah.
support they give other NGOs that are really not doing anything. They come once
Yeah.
and then they disappear. And I'm like, so we've been consistent 5
Yeah.
years, I've reached out to some big companies who they give you the runaround. But I always say that, what, everything happens for a reason. Regardless, we're still able to put on the events. Regardless,
Yeah.
the baby shower, which is one of the most expensive out of all the
Yeah.
events. This last event, luckily, we had someone come on to do decor for free, donated water, so we're blessed. But more support would really be very, very helpful. But at the same time, regardless, support or no support, we're still making it happen. There's
Yeah.
never going
Which is a
to be
good
a time
thing.
where I'm like, we're not going to make it happen. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, so, and most of the
Wow.
support, let's say monetary wise, it's never from Ghanaians, to be quite honest. It's from those outside of Ghana. Like,
I
I
was
did an
going to ask
interview
you that.
recently.
Do you get support from
Yeah.
outside Ghana? Because I don't see that happening from Ghana, within Ghana.
No, a lot of the support is outside, and it's maybe family, it's friends who know other people. I recently did an interview with someone who, a diasporan. She moved from the UK, and if you see the comments, and people have been DMing me like, "How can we help?" And I'm even taken aback because you would think that because I'm here and I'm helping us, more
Yeah.
support here. But at the end of the day, we are getting the support wherever it's coming from. So it's still gonna happen, and we're still gonna be able to like transform these mothers' lives. These some of
Yeah.
them are detained in the hospital for months, and they don't know that they're gonna be discharged. And one day they wake up and they're being discharged because we've been able to raise funds for them.
Wow.
So whatever it takes to make it happen. I keep
So
saying the
how do
government
how
needs
do
to
you
like
get to
set up
know the
fund.
patients? Sorry, go on, go
So
on.
I always say the government should set up like some trust funds. Let me
Yeah.
handle it. They know I don't steal the money. Like let me handle it. Like there's something that you cannot keep these women detained. Like one
No.
woman's bill was 11,000 Ghana cedis last Easter. And we had to rally around for people to assist in discharging. Yeah.
Wow. So how do you
Yeah.
get to know these patients? How do you get to know the women that actually need help? How do they contact you? How do you get to know
Yeah.
them and how do you
So
help them? Because this is
because we worked with Ridge Hospital, I'm
hmm,
still in contact with the caseworker there. Obojo Polyclinic, I'm in touch with the caseworker there. And so with those two, usually like rich is like all the time. Sometimes I have to say today we don't even have it. But they reach out. So through the fact that we've had and my projects. Yeah. So even directly with we do mobile money, the caseworker, and she sends the receipts. They take pictures so I can see who the person is. And then sometimes
Yeah.
most of the time we also add transport because they don't even have money to go home.
Wow. That bad.
That bad. So then you think about what happens when they get home. And it's like there's only so much one NGO can actually do
Exactly.
because
That was going to be my next
it's
question to
like
you, that when these women get home, is it just the end of it? Do you guys follow up, or that's just it? Your work with them is done?
so the crazy thing is that sometimes the numbers that they even provide us with are like numbers that they never pick up, or it's like an old number. They don't stay consistent with the numbers that they even leave at the hospital for us to
Hmm.
follow up with them.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. This is such heartbreaking though, but you're doing an amazing job, because thinking that you've got to have a baby, you can't even pay your hospital bills, so you're being detained. So imagine life after being released from hospital. What next? What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? So are these women or young girls, are they do they have partners? The partners in the picture, the families in the picture, or it's just them?
So some circumstances are the man has disappeared, their partner has disappeared, they never hear from them again. So literally some disappear while the women are in the hospital. Like they just disappear. Um, and some their husbands or their partners are like trying to work to make it like make ends meet. But to be honest, the majority, the men disappear. Yeah.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
Huh. It is heartbreaking, honestly. And I think that people should actually, or organizations should actually get on board to support what you're doing, because you are actually doing a very good job. I mean, thinking that you're trying to raise
Thank
money
you.
or funds to help people that are in need. The last time, I'm not sure who sent me that video. I think it was Emma or some, I'm not sure. But it was in Kumasi, where a bunch of women have gone to have babies, and they didn't have the money to be released, and so they were still kept in the hospital, and they were sleeping on the floors with these babies. And to be honest with you, as a mom, my heart just broke, thinking that you've gone to have a
Yeah.
baby, you're not well yourself, you're not very strong after having the baby. The baby is lying on the floor next to you, you're not eating properly, I mean,
Yeah.
this shouldn't be a burden on just a small organization like yours. Even if you're up and coming, I think that other companies can get involved, and people that are very resourceful can get involved to help you do what you're doing. And to be honest with you, I'm really, really proud of you for what you're doing. And I really do
Thank
hope
you.
that, I mean, let's put the word out there. Let's see what we can also do from this part of the world to see how we can support this, because this is heartbreaking. And like I said to you a couple of years ago, I actually started one, and mine is called Race Against Time, because I think that these women are racing against time. You can't just go have a baby and be detained
Right.
in the hospital for 10 days or a week or a month, because you, and don't they
Right.
incur cost by living in the hospital?
So sometimes they cap the cost. It depends on the circumstance, but there are they do add fees as it's going on. Like for someone's fee to be 11,000 Ghana cedis, and that case was even sad because she actually lost her baby,
Oh
so she
no.
wasn't even going home with him. and they still kept her in a room with other moms who had just given birth. Like, it's
Ooh,
wild to me. I'm just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So
psychologically. Oh my
it's really
goodness.
circumstantial. Sorry.
I said psychologically, she's going to even feel the pain even more because other moms have their babies. Oh,
Exactly. Exactly. That was and I was surprised because that's the first time I had heard of that type of circumstance. I was like, wow. But we were just happy that she was able to go home when she did go home. Yeah.
wow. Vanessa, this is, I don't know what word to use for you, but this is amazing. And it is beautiful that you've been very, very selfless, putting yourself in that position to help people in need. I mean, being a mother yourself, I mean, there's some people that are actually very selfish. If it's not you, well, why bother? But you're putting yourself in there.
Right.
Me, listen, I care for you. I want to help. I want to do something for other mothers as well who are going through stuff that you think me this is amazing. You're doing such a wonderful job, and I really do hope that other
Thank
companies and other people that have the means or have the resources to help you build this thing up would actually come on board and support this vision, because in all fairness it's an NGO, which means you're not really getting any much out of it financially. You're rather putting in the resources but you're not taking out. So I mean, I applaud you for what you're doing. You're doing an amazing job, and God richly bless you. I really do hope that, I think your screen is frozen. I think Vanessa's screen is, oh, she's fine now.
you.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's not.
am I back?
Oh, yes. So,
Sorry, a call came through, so then it cut the network.
all right. Okay,
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
that's cool because I was actually talking, so it's no problem at all. I mean, I was saying that I really do hope that people would come and support what you're doing, because it's actually a big vision that it
Thank
shouldn't
you.
be just on the shoulders of one person or a small NGO. I think that other companies that have the means to help you, to not just
Yeah.
even release the women from the hospital, but actually to do maybe a follow up to help them start some little businesses here and there to get them going, would come up and help you. And I mean, let's put the word out there and see what we
Thank
can
you.
do to support this vision,
Thank
because
you.
it is
Thank
amazing.
you.
And I really do hope that this is
Thank
not the last
you.
time we're having this conversation. We're going to have this conversation again,
Oh
because
no.
we need to have a part two of the modern day mom
Yes.
as well, and then we will see where this yes, definitely. And we'll see where this your NGO as well is going. Thank you so much for
Thank
taking time
you.
out of your busy schedule and for
Oh,
leaving your son for almost an hour now. Yeah, leaving him for an hour and talking to me. I'm really, really grateful, Vanessa. And have a
thank you so
lovely
much for
evening. And I
having
pray
me.
that the Lord will bless you so, so much for being so selfless, for being selfless. This
You. And
this is
thank you
amazing.
for having me, and thank you for this platform is amazing. Like, there's so many women that are doing such incredible things that, need to be highlighted, and so this platform that you're building with women that inspire is phenomenal.
Thank
So
you.
can't wait for it to be on the big screens. And yeah, this is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye. So, guys, there you have it. The amazing story of Vanessa Jan. And to be honest with you, she is doing such an amazing job, not just with the modern day moms of Accra, but also with her NGO that she's helping pregnant moms, post-pregnant moms, releasing them from the hospitals. And honestly, it breaks my heart that somebody can go into a hospital, have a baby, and be detained because she can't get money to pay her hospital bills. And in all fairness, I'm thinking that other people, other organizations who can help her, please come forward. Let's support this vision. It is not it is not just one person's burden. And for her to be such selfless being, and she's putting herself in that position. So please, let's support Vanessa's NGO. In nothing, listen, Tesco says that every little helps. So even if it's just £10 every month you want to help Vanessa with, If it's with baby diapers, well, nappies we call it here. If it's nappies, if it's baby food, anything you want to help, please just inbox me. Let's see how we can support this vision. These women, some of them are actually racing against time. Let's help them. Let's help them. Imagine if it's your sister or if it's a very close relative who's been to have a baby and being detained in hospital because they don't have money to be discharged. It is actually heartbreaking. Nanama, thank you so much for coming on. She says you loved. I love it too. Yes, she's doing an amazing job. She's a phenomenal woman. She's a mother going places. She's not resting at all. She's not losing her identity because she's a mother, but she's found her feet. She's designed her life. She knows what she wants and she's running after it. Guys, it's been an amazing time with you on the screens again on Women That Inspire. Until I come your way again next time with another phenomenal woman, just keep on living your dreams. Dreams without action just becomes dreams, but just go after what you want. One day, one step at a time, and you will fulfill the dream. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Go through this week with the confidence and assurance that greater is always in you than he that is in the world. I love you all. Have a beautiful evening. As always, I'm your host, Sandra G. God bless you.